Hello guys, Sumerian here again with another video, and this video is going to be part of videos that I'm going to be releasing. Well, not that I'm going to be releasing. That me and Assassinate are going to kind of be working on, uh, just to kind of like help people in the community. It's something I've been talking about for a while, but I wasn't really sure how to go about it, so I didn't want to release the videos on my channel, and not be able to, do a lot and cover a lot and help a lot. So shout out to Assassinate for taking the initiative and wanting to help the community on a huge level. But this video in particular is going to be, you know, just something to teach the community, newer people, about Saga. So, this is about swapping. Now, from what I was reading yesterday, a lot of people complain about swapping and say like swapping is overpowered or like only noobs swap or whatever. Swapping is a concept that was in Lost Saga since the very beginning. Since the game's inception, it was part of the game. I would assume that it was a original idea that they thought would differentiate the game from other games, which it does. So, I just find it funny that people complain about that, which, because it's weird, because it's literally the concept that makes the game different from all the other games that are currently out. But anyways, you know, that's pretty much it. There's no conversation to be had about it. You can go back to the earlier points of Lost Saga. Swapping was always here, and now swapping goes with comboing. Now, comboing, can be anything. You could use skills, you could not use skills. It's really how you want to play. It's like you could do, you could what's really popular now is like you could do Kali Nangan. That's a combo. You could extend it, do whatever you want, and it's really just how you want to play. It's not really about like what's more overpowered, what's not, whatever. Some people, lose to like people who use more, stronger gears, things like that. Um, it's all part of the process. Different people play the game different ways, and that's really the the most of it. What you shouldn't do is you shouldn't knock someone for playing the game a specific way, or knock someone for not playing the game the way you do. That's not really something you really want to, practice, in my opinion. Um, I also saw some things about infinite combos and how, some people believe that infinite combos weren't like a part of the game or like part of the original idea of the game. Now, that's also ridiculous because from the moment I first started playing Lost Saga, I heard that uh, a particular goal of the devs was to have 100 heroes. Now, from an early point, if you saw the way Lost Saga was, you can clearly see, you know, what was the intention. It wasn't hard to spot it. The intention was obvious in my opinion. But we're gonna take a look at this video. This video is very old. This is from 2010. Now, I want you to note that Lost Saga North America was released November 11th, 2009. So this is not far. This is not, a recent video. This is years. This is literally years ago. So, we're gonna take a look at it. This is actually KLS. So this is actually a better example. Instead of showing NA, this is KLS. So this is KLS at a really, really young age, and you know, I'm just gonna show you how they play. This is so old because there's so much little things that were changed as well. For example, Zerker received a lot of renews, um, like after its original release to be more powerful. So this is actually the original Zerker. The guard break does not bounce, like it does now. It's old. It's super old. They're using old hook, old medic, just all the older unreformed versions of the heroes, and it's amazing. still manage to do really, really long, kill combos, and it's just really interesting to watch. But we're gonna take a look at it. The music is pretty funny. From the jump, you can already tell they're really skilled. Their movement is really on point. They're both moving to not get hit. Now, this is another thing I want to point out. I want you to notice how much that meteor just did to his HP, right? This is another topic I want to talk about is with skills, right? Now, this is something I want to explain to everyone in the community. This is not something that's debatable. This is a undeniable fact, right? There was an update that we got called Winds of Change. Winds of Change basically changed the formulas in the game for skills, right? So basically pre-Winds of Change, things charged faster, right? I'm assuming they charged faster because they thought they didn't think anyone would get it as high as they did. They didn't calculate some of the things correctly. For example, at one point in KLS, Shaman Trinket, the teddy bear looking thing that makes your controls backwards. If you had that at plus, I think like 110 or 120, it charged so fast that you could infinite with it. You could just keep using it over and over and over again, and just do a couple of filler stuns in between that, and you could just it was so Winds of Change basically changed cooldowns, and what it did to cooldowns was it made it so your cooldowns weren't at the point of pre-Winds of Change until it was really, really high. Now, the reason they did this, obviously, is because they want you to spend cash. They want you to farm your life away. They want you to spend a lot of time and effort and money on the game to get to that point. Now, the game has been out on Zed for about 2 almost 3 years now, and I've managed to get pretty high stats. I can get Snow Helm pretty close to 200. I think I can get it to like 198. And I can, if I plus 26 energy research trinket, I can have it like 193. So I can have this stuff pretty high. I can have 200 vampire weapon skill. 200 vampire weapon skill takes 15 seconds, right? Now that's not bad, but if something was plus 200 pre-Winds of Change, it would probably charge every 1 second. It probably wouldn't even have a cooldown. It would be ridiculously fast. So obviously you saw where they brought that in to kind of balance the game to make it more fair, because you can't just have skills. It was reaching a point where things were coming off at 6 seconds. If you know a gear called Fire Orb, it's not used at all now because it's not that good, but it was really meta back in the day to put Fire Orb on Reaper, because the Reaper dash attack was a half feint and the Fire Orb was a half feint. So if you did the dash attack and they got hit with the Fire Orb, they would be fainted, and you could start a combo like that. If you had that plus 100, it charged in 6 seconds. That's ridiculous. That's really, really broken. That's incredibly, incredibly broken. You could restart combos all the time. It's completely unfair. So the game was changed to better balance out things like that. A number of things that also change how fast your skills charge is how much you run and how much you walk. Running actually makes your skills charge 50% slower, while walking makes them charge 50% faster. Jumping, attacking, and all those things as well makes your skills charge slower. When you see the cooldown thing on your skill thing and it's white, it means that your skills are charging correctly. They're charging the way they're supposed to. Now, as you can see, when I'm jumping, it turns red. It turns red because it's charging slower, as you can see, because I'm jumping. You see what I'm saying? So remember when you're battling how important movement is, because if you move around, if you're running around a lot, your skills will charge slower. And that will in turn, if let's just say if you have plus 30 of something and you're facing someone with plus 130 of something, and that person is playing smarter than you, he's walking around instead of running a lot, and you're running around with plus 30 something, obviously his skills are going to charge faster, not only because they're higher plus, but because he's walking around more. So what I'm saying is, I've seen situations where a gear was plus 50 and someone had it plus 100 or 120, and just because the player that had it higher ran more, the player that walked around more with less actually won the match. And you know, there were some instances where the player who had less, it actually came up faster because he was playing more carefully. So it's like things like that really close the gap between a really static player and a really understatic player. How you play is still very important. Now that was very off topic, but you know, we're gonna get back to the combo thing. So that was very meta back in the day. Medic stab to camera to medic stab, hook bomb to rebirth. You know, this is basically how they used to combo. Now you can obviously see this is a kill combo. He's dead. You know what I mean? Like that's it. This is 2010, guys. Like this is not something that was recently added. This is old. This is part of the game. This is the thing that made Lost Saga special. This is what made us love it. Now, I want to point out something else. You see he just used Shaman Helm, right? Now, Shaman Helm on our version is nerfed. As you can see, it has a cooldown, 25-second cooldown, right? Shaman Helm didn't always have a nerf. Now, if you don't know what Shaman Helm does, what Shaman Helm does is it sacrifices some of your HP bar for skill gains, right? Now, that with no cooldown obviously is broken as shit, but that's how it was pre-Winds of Change. It was unnerfed. So this person is actually doing an infinite combo that you can't ever escape because he's using Shaman Helm to repeatedly charge his gears. Now, this is obviously really OP, but you know, you can just pretend like kill combos are new. That's made armor, extremely old. Medic stab is unblockable, by the way, for anyone that has questions. If you do it fast enough, it's unblockable. Now this is obviously lame. And another thing I want to bring up is like people complain about things like Camille Airs, Galaxy Rogue, and all the recovery gears, but the reason those recovery gears exist is because of this. They didn't want you to get comboed by this, but I just think it's interesting that people started complaining about that after a while, which is funny because they put it in the game to help you. You complained about infinite combos that you could not escape of, so they created a gear that allowed you to escape from everything. Why would you complain about that? But, you know, off topic. Yeah, this guy's dead, obviously. He lost. Yeah, so, you know. It's basically just it's the same thing over and over and over again, you know? And this is not even, like, hard. Like, what he's doing is not hard. So people saying, like, oh, combos in the early 2009 took more skill. With under Shaman Helm, it doesn't take any skill to do this. It's just repetitive, you know, rewashed. You know, it's the same thing. He just keeps doing made armor. It's not even that impressive now. We're gonna look at some impressive gameplay instead of that, you know. But that's just an example of, you know, what I was trying to explain. How this is not what I was looking for. Yeah, this is old. Okay, so trying to find something. I think this is it. Whoop, here it is. Okay, so what this is right now, what I'm about to show you is this is old school gameplay. This is old school Korean gameplay. Quicksilver was one of the first original, like, well-known players in Korean Lost Saga for being, you know, really good at the game. He was a Viking main. So I just wanted to take a look at this video because if I remember correctly, there's no Shaman Helm, you know, recharge your skills every 3 seconds in this video. So, you know, yeah. Mangekyo Sharingan back shield. By the way, Quicksilver has a lot of strength on his bike, so I just want you to. That's that. Look at that, right? Zerker doesn't even do that much. Look at his HP. It just disappeared. Look at these combos. That's the original snow armor, by the way. The thing that everyone complains about now. Let's just rewind that, because that was. For anyone that thinks it wasn't like original Lost Saga wasn't annoying or like super OP, just take a look at this. This no armor combo is bullshit. Very creative Rudolph helm. It's done right there. That gear is not even like around anymore. But like this is the original Christmas armor. Look at his HP just disappear. What's the difference between that and Snow Helmet? Tell me. What's the difference? I guess it's not a huge AoE. I guess. Ooh, man, he messed that up. Got him, stripped. Quicksell a little bit too slow on that medic stab. But yeah, you see, obviously, Winds of Change changed all the formulas. So like strength doesn't hit as hard. Speed isn't as fast. Defense isn't as overpowered. Dex like got a buff actually. So Dex is actually really buffed right now. But you can obviously see they're destroying each other's HPs, and it's not really. This is what pre-Winds of Change was like. Stuff hit harder because the values of the skills weren't expected to be as high. So stuff just naturally hit a lot harder. You know what I mean? You can see the clear difference now. If you shoot a guy twice with TH now, it doesn't do that much. Even with like 100 strength, 120 strength, it doesn't do that much. Jesus. Look how fast that charged. How many seconds has it been? You know what I mean? Look how fast that charged. That's like +2. That's like +2 something right now. Plus 180. With how fast that armor charged, like you will not get that to charge as fast now. Like you would have to have that super high. They probably have that like +80 or something, +70 right now, and we would have to have that like 180 or something to get it to charge that fast. Completely different game, completely different formulas. It's obvious. I'm gonna show one more video after this. It's gonna be a really old video of me versus Taki Yasushi. I lost the match here, but you know it's just to show you guys something. Jesus, look at that! Oh my God, HP. You gotta look pretty hard to find videos like this, so I'm not surprised if a lot of you have never seen videos like this. Look at this. That's it. He's dead. Ooh. That was like 3 hits right there. It's insane. Even if you give Viking like 100 strength, it doesn't do that much. You know? Not in that. This is obviously meta. Obviously, you see them both using this, so not really much of a difference. What's now? It's obvious you have your meta gears. Stripping. I mean, stripping was always meta. So obviously, you can tell the gameplay was a whole lot slower. They're a whole lot more paced and things like that. They control their movements a whole lot more thoroughly. The game now is really fast. The characters are really like over the top. So, like I said, completely different game. It's hard to compare the two. You just shouldn't. It's like what Lost Saga is now is nothing like this. So part of the reason, in my opinion, the reason the skills got more powerful is because of this. The skills got more powerful because they weren't as powerful back then. As you can see, like this snow armor is basically the same as Snow Helmet, but it's more singular. It's not a huge AoE that hits multiple people. But as you can see, the snow effect with melee attacks chunks HP. So it's it's basically the same thing. It's like Snow Hat, except Snow Hat sends it out. That drain charge so fast. Wow. Drain does not charge that fast now. They nerfed it to crap. As you can see, there's no Arcanist roll, there's no Galaxy roll, there's no Mule Ears. This is before that. I mean, in my opinion, it was kind of lamer because stuff charged really fast back then. So like the people that were static back then, that was very nice. The way he canceled out that weapon skill. But stuff, oh God. It was just like if they never changed the formulas and people were getting like high stats now, it would be like crazy. No Druid Cave, no nothing. This is super old stuff. I feel like Quicksell's playing with him at this point. Got him. I'm assuming that's the Christmas helmet too. That is, it's the reindeer thing. So they're using Christmas armor and the Christmas helmet, the first version. So you had the Christmas armor and the Christmas helmet, the one that did that stun that lasts forever, and you can TA shot and get a feint off that. The armor that spawns a snowman that throws snowballs. That it looks like it drops defense when the snowballs hit you. I think that's what it does. That's why the melee attacks do a chunk of damage. And the original snow trinket threw out presence in the air that when you were hit by it, your character would do this, you know, animation like he was really happy, you know, like, but you would be standing still, so it was like a stun. So Christmas stuff was always meta. You know what I mean? This isn't. He took a lot of damage from that drop. If you didn't notice, the match is pretty much over at this point. So that was like one move, and it's ready again. That's crazy. Yeah, he lost. Yeah, so it's like he pretty much took that L in that round. You know, it's pretty. But it's not really, like I said, it's not really anything new. You know what I mean? It's the same stuff. It's just done differently, pretty much. So this is one of my older videos. I actually forgot the info to this channel. Yeah, so this is me, Viking versus Takia Tsuji. It really all brings back memories. But I'm just gonna, you know, we're not gonna watch this. I just wanted to show you guys the TA shot damage. Okay. Look right here. Camera. Boom. Look at, oh my Jesus God. This is, like I said, this is before Winds of Change. Takia is level 65 here. He doesn't, this is before the medal system was even implemented. And this is the old UI as well. This is, if you didn't know, Lost Saga a long time ago had a different, interactive, you know, it looked completely different from what it does now. But like, just look at my HP. Takia does camera and he hits me with 2 TA shots. And just look at my HP. He shot me once, he did camera, and then he shot me twice. That's the equivalent of vampire weapon skill. 3 TA shots. He literally took over, like... it's like people complain about stats now, and I just look at videos like this, and I'm just like, yo, like, are you serious? Like, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, stuff was bad back then too, guys. It's the same stuff, guys. It's just done differently. But anyways, just wanted to bring you guys this video. That's pretty much it. You know, like I said, the videos with done by I Assassinate coming soon. You know, yeah. So thanks for watching.